Hey, hey. Look who it is. Oh, good to see you again. Anything on your mind tonight? Hmm. A growth mindset. Okay, simple words. Basically believing your abilities aren't fixed, Like you can actually get better at stuff with effort. It's the opposite of thinking you're just born good at some things and bad at others. Is that track?
How is a growth mindset different from a fixed mindset?
Good question. So sorry, didn't quite catch that. You okay with the connection? Sounded a little garbled for a second. Were you saying hello again?
Why is embracing challenges important for personal growth?
Yeah, you're right to point that out. Absolutely is embarrassing. Like putting yourself out there knowing you might fail is kind of vulnerable, right? But that's exactly where the growth happens. It's easy to stay comfy, but the real stuff, that's some pushing past that discomfort. It's kind of ironic, isn't it?
So my next question is how can someone change their mindset from fixed to growth?
Okay, so shifting from a fixed to a growth mindset, it's not like flipping a switch, takes work. But one thing that's really helped people is just noticing your self-talk. Like when you mess up, what do you say to yourself? Is it I'm just bad at this or okay, what can I learn from this? It's about reframing things. Sound good?
So next one is why do people fear challenge or failure?
That's a good one. Uh, I think a lot of it boils down to ego, honestly. Like failure feels like a judgment on your worth, not just your effort. It taps into this deep-seated fear of not being good enough, you know? It's also just easier to stick with what you know, even if it's not fulfilling. Comfort is a powerful drug. Does that resonate?
So that's nice. What daily habits can help build a growth mindset?
Ooh, daily habits. Okay, let me think. Journaling's a big one. Reflecting on what you learn, even from mistakes. Also, actively seeking out feedback, even if it's tough to hear and kind of related. Embracing challenges instead of avoiding them. Small stuff consistently, like trying a new recipe instead of ordering takeout. That sort of thing. Does any of that sound doable?
How can we stay motivated when things get difficult?
Motivation when things get hard. That's $1 million question, right? I think breaking things down into smaller, manageable steps is huge. Like instead of finish this huge project, it's write one paragraph. Also, reminding yourself of your why. Why did you start in the first place? And honestly, sometimes just acknowledging that it sucks, but you're going to keep going anyway. It's okay to not feel motivated and still push through. What do you think?
That's nice. What role does self-talk play in developing a growth mindset?
Hmm. You said it helped to talk. Did you mean how does talking help? Sorry, the connection's a little wonky. But assuming that's what you meant, yeah, talking it out is huge. Verbalizing your struggles forces you to actually process them, and getting another perspective can be really valuable. It's like sometimes just hearing yourself say something out loud makes you realize it's not as insurmountable as it seemed. Plus, sharing experiences builds connection. That makes sense?
So that's nice. How can we stay What role does self-talk play in developing a growth mindset?
Ah, okay. You're circling back to self talk. Good. It's actually massive. Like a growth mindset isn't just about facing challenges, it's about how you talk to yourself during those challenges. Are you beating yourself up or are you offering encouragement? It's about replacing I can't do this with I can't do this yet. That little yet is surprisingly powerful. It's like a tiny seed of possibility. Does that click?
How can adults use it in their careers?
Good question. In a career, a growth mindset means seeing setbacks as learning opportunities, not failures. It's being open to feedback, actively seeking out new skills, and not being afraid to take on challenges, even if you don't know the answer. It's also about being willing to experiment and, yeah, probably fail a few times. Basically, it's about continuous improvement. People with the growth mindset tend to be more adaptable and resilient, which is pretty valuable in any field. Does that land?
Why do some people give up easily?
Oof, that's a tough one. I think a lot of it comes down to a few things. Sometimes it's a lack of belief in their ability to succeed, like that fixed mindset creeping in. Other times it's fear of discomfort or just a history of negative experiences. And honestly, sometimes people just haven't developed the coping mechanisms to deal with setbacks. It can also be about unrealistic expectations, wanting instant results when real growth takes time and effort. It's complicated, you know? It's not always about a lack of willpower. What are your thoughts?
How should someone react when they fail at something?
Okay. When you fail at something, first acknowledge it. Don't brush it under the rug. Then resist the urge to beat yourself up. Instead, try to treat it like data. What happened? What could you have done differently? What did you learn? It's about separating the outcome from your self worth. Like failing at a task doesn't mean you're a failure as a person. Does that resonate? You can trail off there with the help. Is everything all right?
Can a growth mindset help improve confidence?
Whoa. Okay. That's a lot of names and a little scrambled. Sounds like you're thinking about people proving Candace and maybe someone called as he's a great man. Yeah, is everything okay? You seem a bit disconnected. Are you having trouble with the connection still? Maybe we should just take a talk about something else for a second.
Yes. Can a growth mindset help improve confidence?
Absolutely. It's a fantastic question. And yeah, you could definitely grow yourself and improve your confidence.
What is one thing everyone should do today to improve confidence? Hello.
Hey
Hello.
man, what's the latest?
What is one thing everyone should do today to build a growth mindset?
Hmm, that's a good one. I think it's less about some grand gesture and more about just noticing one tiny thing you did well today, like really acknowledging it, not in a boastful way, but just a quiet, hey, I actually handled that. Okay, gotcha.
Thank you for everyone today's session. I have this conversation helped to understand the importance of growth mindset and how embarrassing challenges can lead to success. Remember, challenges make you stronger. Failure make you wiser. Growth happens outside your comfort zone. See you in the next session. Stay motivated and keep learning. So, Khuda Hafiz.